Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Change yourself and the women around you will change. Change yourself. Let me see how I'm looking up on here. Yeah, change yourself. Look, and this is something I've told the women, so I'm definitely telling y'all. Because like on my woman's channel, I told them if you getting 20 dusty men, the only thing you have in common is you. It's the same thing with men. If as a man you getting 20 low quality women coming around you, or even on a bigger level in an environment with nothing but low quality women, that's on you. That's on you. Because think about something. Like attracts like. And this ain't some metaphysical thing. If you get a bunch of women and they physically unappealing, they got bad attitudes, and indeed some men got problems with single mothers, ratchet women, all of that. Well, what is it about you that's one, attracting them, and two, where you even at? If you want to change that, you got to change yourself. You got to change yourself. You got to change your attitude. And I've said this before on a personal basis. Low quality women keep their distance from me because I give off an air like I'm not going to deal with them. Seriously. And there's nothing against them personally. And I don't even notice them. But the thing is, I'm carrying myself like I want to have a quality woman. And that's what I get. That's what I get. That's the one saying hi to me in the streets. Because it's what I'm projecting. Understand something with a man. Like I've talked about the aura before that a man gives off. And that's everybody, really. Everybody gives off an aura. What's your appearance? How are you dressed? How are you walking? I'm going to tell you how powerful that is. Just not even just with getting a woman, but just in general. I'm going to tell you how powerful that is. The other day from when I'm recording this, I record my stuff early. I was just in a Target with my sons walking along, and there were like four young black men that would pretty much scare other people walking in there. And I remember they all gave me a look, and it was a look of slight intimidation, but also respect. And I was thinking, and the thing is how I walk like I'm in the military. I walk a certain way. And not even like whatever walks y'all see me doing on these videos, but random people will say, hey, have you served in the military? I actually had somebody, I had nothing military on, say, hey, thank you for your service. I was like, I never served. But that's how I walk. They either ask me if I've been in the military, or in some black communities, they'll say, hey, you a member of the nation? Seriously, especially if I'm like, got everything shaved. They like, you remember the nation? Nation of Islam, fruit of Islam. But that's just the aura I give off. See, if you getting a bunch of low quality women, well, you gotta go in the mirror. You gotta have that mirror talk. Shout out C Boogie. You gotta have that mirror talk. What is it about you that's drawing them? Because even if you hooked up with them, or you keep hooking up with these bad women, or say it's a situation you keep getting played by women, used for money, what is it about you that says you can be used for money? See, when women go for a man with money, they looking for a mark. And you got women out here, they can look at a man and tell he's a mark. So what is it about you if that's what you constantly getting? That's what you constantly getting. What are you giving off? You got to change that. You got to change that. Like the thing with men getting unattractive women. Okay, what is it about you that might be unattractive to them? Now, a lot of guys like to say, oh, well, women like to trade up or something. No, not really. It got to be something about you that says you will be receptive to whatever she's doing, or the type that will go for her. So you got to change something. In my book, Meeting Attractive Women, I say if you want an attractive woman, you got to become attractive. And now if you're getting like out of shape women, okay, what is it about you that says you can get with them? Or that you would be receptive to? Are you hitting the gym? Are you at least trying to like stay in decent shape? I ain't even saying super shape, decent shape. What are you saying to them? What is your aura saying to them? See, you got to change that. You got to change that. And see, that's just one level. Sometimes you got to change your environment. If you in a physical environment where there's low quality women, well, you need to change yourself to get up out of that environment. Let me use the example of the general area I live in. And let me use, even though when I'm talking about in general, the whole population, regardless of race or background. I'm also talking about, just in terms of race and background. For this example, I'm gonna use what media in the black manosphere will jump on black women about. Because you got some men saying, well, they gotta be fit, they gotta be feminine, or at least fit. Okay, where I live, the majority of black women I see are at least in decent shape. I see fit and feminine all the time. I see fit and feminine. Somebody, well, how you do that? That's impossible. Well, it's the environment. It's the neighborhoods I've lived in. Even moved, because I'm in the same general area that I was before I moved here. But even there, when I saw sisters, they were generally in shape. You saw more overweight white women, really. They were generally in shape. So what's the difference? I'm in a region where the women are more educated. The women are going to work up more. And indeed, just expanding that to all races of women, shoot, the women, there are so many gyms around here, it's scary. Seriously, it's scary. I mean, I could walk, there's 2 gyms within within less than a walking distance of where I live now, 2 gyms. One in the community I'm in, and then one just literally right outside the community. It would take me, only way it would take me 2 minutes to walk there is if I walk extremely slow. And it's nothing but women be coming in and out of there. And there's plenty, but that's the environment. Shout out Master Teacher BGS when he spoke of on a blog talk show that I participated in. He talked about the 4 pillars of game. And of course, your bait, I always talk about that. That's the main thing with body game, conversation, sex. But then he always talks about environment. Environment. What environment are you in? If you don't like the women in whatever environment you're in, okay, you need to move. But even before you move, you need to develop yourself so you can attract the type of woman that you actually want. Because one of the problems we have out here, you get a lot of men, they want to change the women. Let's just be real. And they say, these women are this or this or that. I've even had men hit me up and say, what can I do to change these women? You can't change another human being. You cannot consciously change because you have no control. You could try to force them to do something. They don't work. I mean, how does that really work with women? Think about it. You got guys saying, well, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that. How often has that really worked? Because even on my woman's channel, I suggest stuff, but if they change, that's still up to them because they have control over it. And so as a man, you got control over it. You got control. You can change yourself. You can change yourself. Like, I'm going to tell you what. See, one issue I'm seeing, because you had some guys go against self-improvement. I ain't self-improving. Okay, but what you're doing ain't working. And nobody else is going to do it for you. A lot of people don't even give a shit, because we in a dog-eat-dog world. But you have control. You got to make a decision. It's like if you're going through some stuff in life, you got to make a decision. If you're using drugs, you're addicted, you can have all the loved ones say, hey, you got to get off of it. People, shoot, you can go to seminars, whatever. You got to make the decision. It's the same thing if you're talking about the women that you're dealing with. If you don't like what you're dealing with, you got to change stuff up. Change yourself, and then the environment where you at least meet the women. You might not be able to move from where you are or move into a better environment. But you could still, if you got public transportation at the minimum and a car on average, you can just drive to where they are. You might have to go to a gym that's a little bit out the way. You may have to buy your clothing a little bit out the way, participate in activities, but you're changing the environment. So those are 2 main things. You want to change the women around you first. change yourself, and then if necessary, change the environment in which you're meeting women, or at least have access. At least have access. And that's the key, fellas. That is the key. Change yourself. You have 100% control over yourself. There are no excuses. There are no excuses. You know? Like, I give it to, like, some of those guys, those black pill guys who say, talk about looks, Max. Some people jump on them and say, well, at least they're improving themselves. At least they improving themselves. You know? I talk about body game. Shoot. That's the easiest thing to, like, really improve. If you don't like the women that you're attracting, look in the mirror. Shout out once again, C Boogie. You gotta look in the mirror. If you're attracting, look at what they see when they see you. Or if you're not attracting, you gotta think, what does a woman see when she sees you? And that's not just even just your physical appearance. How are you walking? How are you carrying yourself? Are you holding your head up high? You gotta do that. You got to do that. All right? So, change yourself, change the women around you. That's it for today. I'm gonna get back with you later. Let me see. Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.